I think Spotty fans will like this one. He has been yelling at me since I got up today, even though I didn't see him at all yesterday, and including when I got home from work. Yes, you're the baby. Yes, you are. He has food. He has water. I think he's just wanting some attention. So I am happy to give Mr. Spotman his attention. Yes. Yes. Did I mention I'm allergic to cats? So, I woke up, I have like this allergy sinus thing going on. Now, my observation with that is I found that if I take a 12-hour Sudafed, some kind of Mucinex, a 4 or 12-hour version, I just have like a generic, I have a bottle of the generic ones I got years ago at Sam's Club. And I took one of those today with a 12-hour Sudafed, a generic Zyrtec I got at work. The box was like $1, and the nasal spray, and that should get me going. I'm off today, and and I plan to do a Bible handout, and so that'll be good. It's going to be hot, but it doesn't look like it's going to be really sunny, so that's good. What I need to do today, I'm going to get up, take my shower, do my God time, put some laundry out on the line. I had some sheets out that I put out the other day, but I've been getting home very late at night. I did not want to deal with the bat again, so I just left it out there. And then I'm debating, do I want to do a bat house in the yard like at the other side? I'm thinking about it. I also want to make a list of a few things I need to, smallish home repairs, like the dishwasher, and the oven doesn't work for some reason. I think it's the igniter. What I'm thinking to do with that is to actually order the part if I can get it. It's an old stove, and if I can just order the part and have that delivered, and then when the repairman comes out, I can just hand him the part and say, here it is. Because apparently for the XL44 ovens by GE, they have igniter issues. So, it's a thought. The last time I had an appliance repairman out, he was a jerk, and he ripped me off. So I'm not really looking forward to hiring an appliance repairman, but I don't want just like a handy man working on my oven, because that's gas in the house. No. So I need to pray on that. I do not want a new oven. I like what I have just fine. It has pilot lights, which is apparently not common for the new ones, and that's important to me. It works. Well, the top part works, and that's where I do most of my cooking anyway. And also, I'm a little worried, I love to bake, but, I'm on a weight loss journey, and I want to do a lot of baking, and, so anyways, it would be nice to, bring cookies into work and share with my team, but, he is drooling all over me. So, he's a good boy. Oh, look at that face. Look at that orange baby. Oh, look at that baby. Oh, he's such a good. So, yeah, do that, and then get some snacks together. I put some drinks in the freezer. I'm also going to make up my version of a hydration drink, which Google said is like medical grade, because I don't talk about a few things, and one of those is I have a medical condition, and it's not advised for me to get overheated. It's going to be 98 today. I don't even guess what the heat index is going to be, so I can go out. I just have to be careful, And I have my folding stool, and I'm going to bring my umbrella so I can just sit down during the handout with the umbrella if I need to have a cold drink. I might bring like a couple of ice packs and just put that on the back of my neck if I need to, and I'll be fine. And then I'm going to go out to lunch at the Honduras place and go home. My sweetheart, you are the baby. You sure are, you are the baby. You sure are the baby. And yeah, he was just lovely. He is an orange boy. And I saw Cleo yesterday, but she wasn't feeling cuddly, so I kind of leave it up to them. I don't force them, I don't pick them up. Unless Spotty is around me and he's yelling a lot and I'm standing. Sometimes he wants me to pick him up. But as a rule, I don't like sling him around. That's not respecting the cat. So I just, if he comes to me and he wants a cuddle, I'll give it to him. But, I try not to force my attention on the cat, So, and the yard's already done, so that's good. Trash does not come for a couple days. And I have a good amount of outreach stuff. Literature. And candy. I could use some bars, but that's okay. And I need to order some more literature from World Missionary Press. And when I get home, I think I'm going to make an inventory of what Bibles I do have. Now, my friend just sent me a case of 100 of the small New Testaments, so I pass those out every day with the Hope booklet, so I really like the pairing on that. And, but I'm talking about the big ones. And I always try to have at least a couple of the big ones in my bag when I go out, because sometimes people do ask, hey, can I have a Bible? Yes, you do, baby. Yes, you do, baby. And, I might go to Dollar Tree. I don't know. And, we're such a good kid. I'm off today. I work tomorrow. I'm off Wednesday. What I do like about my schedule is it changes. I don't want to do the same thing day in, day out. I really don't. And Walmart is happy to oblige me on that. They do have me work weekends every time, which is fine, because I don't want to be off on a weekend because it's always crazy everywhere you go. No thanks. I'd rather, be off today when it's a lot quieter at the stores and stuff. And even on the bus, because I'm going to have that big cart. And, during the week, on the weekend, that could be a problem. So that's good. And just basically get the clothes moved along really is the only big thing. I want to finish cleaning the kitchen. I need to go through the fridge and throw out things that went bad. And figure out snacks for the next week or so. I have, cheese sticks, raisins, that kind of thing. I like to have that in my vest, and then I can just have a quick nibble as I'm working, and my bosses are fine with that. Well, most of the bosses are fine with that. And, I have lots of meal prep stuff in the freezer, so I think I can just, yank things out and throw it in my lunch. And vegetables, I need to figure vegetables out. And the shakes, I need to get some milk today too, but that's about it. So, but mainly right now, I want to focus on, does God want me to go, and does what God want me to go to Greenspoint, because He knows I'll go anywhere. Colombia, Uganda, you name it, I will go. So I want to make sure I'm going to the right place, because He has appointments for me if I'm doing this. And it's very important that I keep my appointments. And if the Spirit talks to me and points you out, you're getting the gospel. I don't care who you are. Yesterday, there was a guy cleaning out cleaning something out. It was a messy, nasty job, and he got it. And then 10 minutes later, it was a Metro bus supervisor. She got it, and she was laughing because I was holding up the candy and smiling, and at her window. And she looked at me and she saw, "Oh, it's you!" And she laughed and she rolled it down and she took it. But she knew who I was. They do, at least the ones out of the Fallbrook garage, which is like Northwest Houston area. They've heard of me. I think it's safe to say they talk about the passengers back at the yard, and I come up occasionally, I think. So, which is fine. I'm an open book. If they're watching this, fine. God bless you. I love you. So I just want to make sure I'm being sent, because especially on a hot day, I want to make sure this is God's will, not mine. That's extraordinarily important. And the head is better. Only the pills are kicking in. I probably should have taken this Sudafed last night before I went to bed. So that's it. Mainly just does God want me to go? Because one thing in my life, I have had problems with terrible depression. That was like to start. And then I had some very, very difficult times for decades. And so many times I was just in so much mental and spiritual pain, just crying out to God, please help me. Send somebody, send something. Just please take this pain, make it better. And He did. And I'm a believer. I'm saved. I've been saved for most of my life. And I would just basically cry out to Him, and He would console me. He would comfort me. And He got me through so many bad times. My husband beating me. My husband cheating me. My husband torturing me mentally. Just bad times. Times when I felt like my family had turned their back on me. Times when my friends turned their back on me. Times when I didn't know how I was going to make it another day with a depression. Times I had no money. I couldn't see how the bills were going to get paid. Just everything. He's always been there for me, always. And I'm still here. And He's still using me. That is the amazing thing. Not only does He love me, but He uses me, because He knows I have experienced what some of these recipients are going through today. Somebody out there is having the worst day of their life. There is someone out there who's thinking about killing themselves. There's I've got something that can help. I've got someone who loves them, and I want to share that person with them. And that's why I go, and that's why we'll see if He does send me today. If He does, I'll I'll do some updates. But I have to be careful filming out there, because there's a large amount of drug dealers at this venue. Alrighty.